Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I actually have a guest too. It's my sister Smega and we are going to do a get ready with me style of video. We are using a bunch of palettes. We have Ensley Rain's Lands of Enchantment palette, Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette, we have Ensley Rain Groovy Garden palette, we have a Burnt Forest palette from Kryptein Cosmetics, and we also have Odens Jewels and Gems palette. And we are doing these two eye looks and actually the whole face look. And if you want to see how we achieve these looks, then please keep on watching. Okay, let's begin. We're going to finish off our makeup and we'll give our stories. We're going for a waterfall. So I don't know what's in her mind, like what kind of look she's going for, but seems like she wants to do something blue. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have three palettes in front of me. I have Odens Jewels and Gem palette. I have Kryptein Cosmetics Burnt Forest palette and Ensley Rain's Groovy Garden palette. We'll see how we roll. I'm not looking for getting into an intricate look or anything, but we'll do a full face. The only thing that is on our face is the brows. I use my Benefit Precisely My Brow and she used her e.l.f. Brow pencil in the shade Deep Brown. That's it. So let's begin. I'm going to start off with my primer and I'm using my Merit Beauty Glow Skin. You use like kind of a hydrating primer always, right?
Yes, I need a primer. I don't have a primer.
Yeah, she does use a hydrating primer. We are struggling with mirror. Can you pass that mirror? Thank you. Okay.
I need a primer. I ran out of my primer.
Oh, you want a hydrating primer or do you want an oil kind of thing?
Anything is fine.
Okay, I'll give the same thing. The Merit one. And for foundation, I'm using my Smashbox Always On foundation. You're not in the screen. I'm using the shade M10 Neutral. It's a neutral undertone foundation. It blends really nicely with me. This is my tan shade, so we'll see how that rolls. What foundation are you? Oh, she's using her sunscreen.
I'm mixing my sunscreen with my foundation.
Oh.
Because we're going out.
For foundation, she's using her Hailey's Beauty foundation. This one is in the shade 6.5 Warm. She's using that. It's a matte foundation. I use the Smashbox one, which is more of like a natural finish. So I'm just going to place that. Not looking for like a full coverage product, but good like a decent medium coverage. If you've seen my like yearly favorites, this definitely ranked as like my favorite foundation for 2023. So I really love to use that. I can only use that when I'm a little tan, and I do have some color right now. The sun is going in and out a lot, so you will see light difference in the video. Once the foundation is done, my next step would be the concealer. I'm using my Tower 28 concealer. This one is in the shade Pali, just a little bit. This is also like very close to my skin tone. It's not like highlighting or anything. So just a little bit, just to conceal everything. I'm using the same foundation brush. I'm just going over it. I try to cover up my inner corner of the eye just so that I have the maximum deepness towards the inner set of my eye. So just try to conceal that first.
I'm going to use my Maybelline concealer in the shade 10 Caramel. Oh, I need to color correct first.
I'm just gonna take my, let's take our Givenchy Prism Leap. And I'm gonna take that only underneath my eyes. I use it very, very sparingly, as you know, because I just want the blurred effect there. And then for the rest of the face, I'll use my Cose Cloud Set Powder in the shade Comfy. My nose is blocked. Look at my Comfy powder. It's almost there. I'm just gonna take it all across my face. It looks like I'm doing like blind makeup. Okay, there you go.
I'm going to be extremely slow as compared to my sister because I don't do this every day.
I'm generally in a rush. There you go. Our weekend is generally a little jam-packed. This week specifically, just because we are going for like that waterfall thing, my son had like 2 matches, like soccer matches. So he's gone for that. As soon as he comes back, we leave for the waterfall thing. And they are leaving. My sister and my mom is leaving next week. No, after 10 days. So we only have them for a little bit. So we want to just like jam pack everything as much as possible. For the bronzer, I'm taking Makeup by Mario bronzer in the shade Medium Dark. There you go. The sun is coming up.
To set my concealer, I'm going to use L'Oreal True Match in the shade Caramel Beige.
That's true to her skin tone. It has a little bit of glow, but not too much, right?
Glow?
No? Or maybe it's your skincare.
It could be the skin. It might be the skincare. My face is naturally glowy because I drink like tons of water.
Oh, that's right. I'm very bad at that. She always carries a bottle of water wherever she's going. Like even if she's moving from the family room to the living room, she has a bottle of water.
I literally have it there right now.
Oh, see? There you go. So once I have all of that, for the blush, I'm just taking my Pat McGrath blush and I'll use the shade Nude Venus. It's more of like that neutrally pinky brown shade. There you go. And let's use that. Oh, this is the Emco Beauty. I don't know if you've seen that video or not. Emco Beauty's cream bronzer. This looks very, very similar. Like it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. So I wanted to do like a full face of Emco Beauty, which I have recorded. I don't know if I've like edited or not. But it's definitely coming if you've not seen it. And if you've not seen it and it's up, I'll link it in the eye cuts above. She doesn't have a massive forehead. For the highlighter, I'm taking the Simply Posh Cosmetics Cozy Up Cheek palette. And I'm using the shade Miracle, which is that goldeny champagne shade. I really love this highlighter. It's like it sinks into my skin so nicely, but also gives a great glow to the skin. The best part is it doesn't have like any glitter particles, which I love. Hopefully we are not outside the frame. I am not. Why are you so tiny? Are you sitting on that pillow?
Yeah.
Okay. So once we have that, I'll move on to the eyes. Again, I'm not going over the box right now.
While she checks, I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Stantor for contouring my face in the shade Medium. By far, I've used the same brush for every single thing.
Okay, let's use Burnt Forest from Kryptein Cosmetics. We'll start with this at least. I'm going to start off with this transition shade and then I'll deepen it out with this deep blue, which is Soil, and see where we land. My brushes are all so dirty. I have to wash it. Just didn't get the time to do it. Okay, let's start off with the transitioning shade. Literally called the transition. And it's so very similar to my skin tone. That blends very, very nicely. I'm going to take that Soil shade, which is that deeper brown. And I know it's super, super deep. So I'm just going to focus that on the outer corner and stamp it right there. And then we might take another shade to just blend it into the crease. It almost looks like a deep coffee brown black. The waterfall that we're going to today, I'm actually very excited. I've not been to that waterfall. I'm super excited about that. From the Ensley Rain Groovy Garden palette, I'm going to take this shade, which is Earthy Amber, and just blend that deeper brown into the crease.
I'm going to use the same shade just to use it as a background.
Like a transitioning shade.
Yeah.
I use that Groovy Garden palette so much. Just because of that brown tones, no? I really love those tones. Like peachy, brown, mauvey tones. Those are like my everyday tones. I really love them. And this, just to deepen it out a tad bit more, I'm going into that same palette with Hazy Dreams, which is that chocolatey brown shade. And I'm just gonna go over that coffee brown shade just to melt it together. Don't drop my Groovy Garden. I love that palette. And I'm gonna take that same shade Hazy Dreams on my lower lash line too. What are you doing? Oh, could Wawa, that will fall.
It will not fall, it's balanced.
Wawa, if it falls, the Ensley Rain palettes are very dear to me, okay?
It will not fall.
Okay.
Trust issues.
Adi, Wawa, it will fall.
I am going to use the shade. What is this?
Lands of Enchantment palette, and she's
using the shade Transcend.
Yeah, that blue shade.
This one.
I am not worried. I am not doing her makeup. If Mama screams, she will be responsible.
I might end up looking like a Smurf. Let's see.
I'm using the same shade, Hazy Dreams, on the lower lash line. I love these tiny brushes for lower lash line as well as inner corners. This is from Ensley Cosmetics. This one is E7 brush. Look how tiny it is. It goes invisible.
I'm going to use the shade Edge of Night from the same palette.
I'm taking Earthy Amber to just blend the edges. And now I'm going to just take NYX glitter glue just on the bare portion of the eye. I'll try and use the shade that I've not used in the previous video so that you get more looks. So yeah, she has two palettes in front of me, which is the Lands of Enchantment palette by Ensley Rain, and she also has the Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette. So she is going for that blue look, which I feel it'll be amazing. And those palettes have amazing shades.
Giving the Swan.
Swan?
The Black Swan.
Oh.
Have you seen the movie?
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna take Vintage Vibes here, and I'm gonna take that in the center of my eyelid. I love that shade so much. I'm not into golds as much, but that definitely is such a punchy shade. I love it. Vintage Vibes is from the Groovy Garden palette. Just melting the edges at the outer corners. Then we'll go with the inner third shade. And for that, I'm taking my Jewels and Gems palette from Odens Eye. I'm taking the shade Swoon, this one. I know it's like a fiery, orangey shade. Let's do that. And because we have such like heavy shimmered eye, I'm taking a matte for the inner corner. And for that, let's take this shade Bliss from the Ensley Rain palette, this one. It's more of a peachy shade. Placing that right there. Literally brushes are jumping out of my hand. Right there. Let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. Oh, you're going with that glowy shade?
उसी के लिए किया था पूरा का पूरा खराब हो गया.
क्यों? Why? Look.
वो blue eye नहीं था, मैं भूत लगी हुई हूँ.
Take that blue, no? This blue.
वही लिया मैंने.
On the outer corners?
It's breaking on my eyes. जब उसको blend कर रही तो वो गायब हो रहा है.
I have a deeper blue in that. Tell them what you're using. She's using Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette, and the shade is called Salty. The iridescent white that shifts to a blue. She's using that.
I forgot to tell them that I use the light language. That's the whole reason why I wanted to use the blue colors.
Oh yeah, that glowy one, the UV one. Here. The UV one.
This one. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is so pretty.
It is. Yeah.
Maybe you can see like the shifty
Swatch
shade
it.
here. It's like this.
Yeah. So pretty.
It looks unreal.
Yeah. Very pretty. Recently, a lot of indie brands are coming out. I know Bella Beauty Bar also has a palette. Recently, De-Influence, they also have that shade in that. It's becoming very, very common now. She's using the shade Sea Space, which is like a blue to a purple shifting shade. There you go. And I'll take a Makeup Forever's eye pencil in the shade Whatever Black. And I'm just gonna line my waterline. I mean, I really like Makeup Forever pencils, but I feel like nothing compares to the Essence eye pencils. I really love them. Oh, there it is. I was looking for this. The Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. I really love this. This is like so black and doesn't touch the eye or anything. I have very sensitive eyes. I'm just gonna smudge everything out and then onto the lips. For the lips, I'm taking the Colourpop lip pencil, and this one is in the shade BFF4. It's a warmer chocolatey brown lip pencil. And because we are out for the entire day, I'm gonna take a matte lipstick, with liquid lipstick, especially that stays for the entire day. I'm gonna take Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Chai. This is like my everyday brown liquid lipstick. Very neutral in undertone. And let's finish the eyes off with mascara. I'm taking my Big Moon mascara from e.l.f. And this is the brown mascara. What are you doing?
I'm trying to bring that blue shade underneath.
Oh, the UV shade? What's that called again?
Light language.
Light language.
Because I've put like a black kajal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she has a black base underneath. I'm gonna finish it off with the e.l.f. setting spray. What?
I still haven't put it in my eyes.
And I'm just gonna take a setting powder. I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury one just to set underneath the eyes. This generally is like my final step of the makeup.
मुझे एक liner देना.
What liner?
Black.
There you go. By the way, this one is in the shade 2 medium. So I'm just focusing that on the center of my face while she finishes off her eyes with liner. I feel you cleaned it up and it looks really nice now.
I feel like it's giving very space.
Yeah, galactic vibes.
I
feel whatever.
मम्मी बोलेगी अवतार लग रही हूँ.
She's saying, Mama will say that she's looking like an avatar. I
like
think
the movie.
Yeah, I understand. Because of the glowing thing. I feel it's very cool.
You know how you'll see the shifty shade if I pull my eyes?
Yeah. No, I can see it anyways.
No, like.
She's taking the same lip liner that I used.
But this shade is just nice, even just for lipstick.
My son and my husband are here, I think. Okay, what do you want for lipstick? Let's finish it off.
You gave me something yesterday. I think you want to use that.
Oh, she has the Wet n Wild Mega Last lipstick in the shade. I'll just say what it is.
913.
No, what
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. Like a brown lip with a blue eye.
I just need.
I like brown lips with any eye.
I just need to quickly.
She's shaping her lips with the concealer. Cleaning up the lips.
It makes such a difference.
I hardly do it. Like when I was gonna say I never do it. I've done this before, but only like for special occasions. For the blush, she used the Merit Beauty cheek color in the shade Cheeky, and this is more of like that mauvey shade. You know, I love that. I really like this. She was eyeing fox, and I was like, stay away from my fox. We should actually use like the same palette in some video in 2 different ways and see like what we come out with.
What do you mean 2 different ways?
Like we use the same palette. I mean, ideally we did use the Groovy Garden palette, right? The only thing that she used is like the Ensley Lands of Enchantment palette shade. That is like the star of the show. But yeah, I like it. I really like it. I went more subtle with neutral tones. I'm not subtle by any means, but I went with neutral tones. After putting it on the lipstick, how can you put it on top of your face? Yo.
It's not gonna transfer. That's what I'm assuming. Hoping, praying.
Yeah.
This one.
It's more like a citrine shade, I think. Like a goldeny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at her highlighter. Doesn't look like one.
It's like...
It's all gone inside. Is that your last step?
My face is shining regardless of the whole thing. This is the one I use when I don't want like shimmer. Just
I
like
use this
shine.
instead of that. Like, so I use this like, I love this one. Especially, it gives me like that highlighter glow, but without any shimmer. I love this thing. I mix it with foundation. I wear it as a primer. I wear it on top of the foundation. I really like this one. The shade is broken inside that. Literally, one of my green shades broke here. Happy?
Yes.
Happy breaking everything. Let's show you guys the final look. I'll go first. I went with the very neutral tones. Majority I focused on this palette, the Groovy Garden palette from Ensley Cosmetics. And then, of course, I did use my Burnt Forest palette also from Kryptein Cosmetics. So I really feel the look turned out really good. What do you think about it?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah, I like it.
What's on the outer corner? Is it black?
It's brown. It's like a deep chocolatey charcoal brown. Actually, the Burnt Forest palette, the brown is actually like a deep dark black, brownish black, like a coffee brown. I really like that. Yeah.
How come you didn't put anything on your inner corners for the first time?
I put matte just because the eyes were so shimmery. So I put like a matte inner corner. Show your face. So that's her final look. I love the glowiness from that light language shade from the Ensley Lands of Enchantment palette. I love that palette regardless. Like, I love that palette, especially for like 2 shadow looks. That's a perfect palette. Even if you want to go like a subtle look, but if you love pastels like green, blue, teals, it's such a beautiful palette. It has wonderful purples also. Really, really pretty. We're gonna wrap up this video because she keep on applying. But that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.